here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign. Took his game to a new level and made him a first with his arm and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Looking to throw right away, Pickett.
Coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Pickett. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Pulled in at the 24. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jacoby Myers, 44 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Come on. Hey.
Cunningham to throw. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And the Steelers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it,
and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Kenny Pickett and the offense set for their next possession. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already. And they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 58 yards, the distance covered on the punt return. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write him off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way. But you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Yeah, right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. Gay now set to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Pickett now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Back to throw, Pickett. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The sack that time by Michael Strahan. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Fred Biletnikoff on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fields it right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give him another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Call that a 59-yard punt return. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And the Rams going to take over late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Pickett sets up play action.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
And there he goes again. 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. He goes 86 yards on the kick return.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Pickett to throw on first down.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Pickett.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Now, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Rolling to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
The Cunningham's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A play fake. Now Cunningham. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from a yard out.
And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially...
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Singletary. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here's Pickett.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's loose again. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd down, Lynch. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Michael Strahan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's fielded at the 45. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cunningham. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately,
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is...
And my goodness, another interception. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers, meanwhile you force turnovers.